What's good, YouTube? Daybreak748 coming back at you guys with another haul video. Today I'll be showcasing all the items that I picked up this past week. Super stoked about this week because I got some vintage stuff and I got some new stuff. So here we go. Let's get started with some figures. Alright, so I went to a couple of Walgreens today and I was able to finally find the Moon Knight figure. Super excited about this one because I've always wanted a Moon Knight figure, and bam, there it is. So super stoked about that. Will I be getting the whole wave? I will not. I don't really care for the movie Spider-Man figures. I don't care about this Spider-Man. I think this is like, I don't even remember his name, but I don't care about any of the villains, so Moon Knight it is, and that's pretty much the end of that. So that's one Marvel Legends. The next one up, we got Jessica Jones, and this came straight from the same exact Walmart that, or not Walmart, Walgreens that I got the Moon Knight figure from. So Jessica Jones, super stoked about this one. If you haven't watched this series, oh my god, what are you doing? Go watch it. It's a lot of fun. I love the character, and yeah, she looks freaking epic. So I will be reviewing her right after I do this video. And then, same exact Walgreens, I got the Invisible Woman finally. I mean, holy crap, it took forever to find any of these Marvel Legends. For some reason, here in New Jersey, man, it is rough. It's so hard to find any Marvel Legends. I feel like scalpers, collectors, they just hoard these figures, so it's very difficult. But I'm super excited that I was able to find these three. When it comes to this Man-Thing wave, the only other character I'm really interested in would, or actually I have a couple. I would definitely want the Bullseye. I think that's a definite figure that I want to pick up. Elektra, I'm going to see if once I see the figure in hand, I'll make a decision then. And then Blade, maybe. So that's pretty much it. The Daredevil and the Punisher, they look great, but I don't really care too much about the Netflix versions of these characters. Jessica Jones, she's completely different. I love how she looks, and I feel like she can go well with my Marvel Legends, my comic book versions of these characters, so that's why I picked her up. So super stoked about that. Alright, so that's pretty much it for my toy haul. No freaking Thor Ragnarok wave at all. I have checked 4 different Toys R Us's, 3 different Walmarts, and all of the freaking Walgreens I went to, none of them had any in stock. The only ones I saw on the pegs were the Loki and the Thor, and that was it. The movie Thor, not the comic Thor. So I didn't want any of those characters. Like I mentioned just recently, I don't really care for movie versions of these characters at all. So I like the comic book versions, so that's what I'm going to stick with. Alright, so now on to some old items. Now, this needs a little bit of backstory, so hear me out. Long time ago, when I was in like elementary school, I grew up in the 90s, and it was a great time to be a kid. Pokemon, for those of you guys who don't know, came out here in the States in the 90s, and literally I grew up with Pokemon. So I had freaking my first Pokemon game was Pokemon Red, and my brother had Pokemon Blue, and it was amazing on the Game Boy. And sure enough, as time went on, they introduced the card game, and of course I had to pick those up. And at that time, they only had Japanese cards available. At least where I lived. And then after a while, they saw that, hey, Pokemon's the real deal, so they started giving us the English versions of them. But here we go. When I was a kid, my brother and I, we bought literally anything and everything Pokemon related. Pokemon stickers, Pokemon cards, Pokemon pencils, you name it, anything Pokemon related, we had to have it. So when we saw these at our local comic book shop, we had to pick these up, and I remember as clear as day. I picked up the Brock and he picked up the Misty, and it was amazing. These are still sealed, and I probably won't be opening these. These will go into my seal collection, I guess, vault. So super stoked that I got these two right here. And that's not it. We also got Erica and Sabrina's theme decks. Super stoked. Once again, both completely sealed. And the last one, we have Blaine. Now, unfortunately, when it comes to the Japanese theme decks, there were actually 6 released. There was the Brock, the Misty, the Erica, Sabrina, and Blaine. I think that's his name. And there was one more, and it is Lieutenant Surge. That one is extremely hard to find at this point in time. I am going through Instagram, Facebook page, and like groups, and I'm just trying to find someone who has a sealed version of the Lieutenant Surge theme deck, and not the English ones. I'm collecting the Japanese. So yeah, if anyone out there on YouTube has a sealed mint condition box, a Lieutenant Surge Japanese theme deck, hit me up and give me an offer. Alright, so that's pretty much it, guys. That's what I was able to pick up this past week. Super stoked about the Pokemon stuff. If you guys are interested in Pokemon, let me know. I might do some pack openings on this channel because Pokemon is something that it's near and dear to my heart because that's what I grew up with. So with that said, like I mentioned, Jessica Jones, Moon Knight, and Invisible Woman will all be reviewed this week, and these right here are going in my seal collection, so they won't be open. But with that said, thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy day to stop by and watch this video. If you like what you saw, leave a thumbs up. And yeah, until next time, guys, this is Daybreak Sun 48, and I'm signing out. Peace out, guys.